Okay, I'm making this little video for those of you that have the Harbor Freight kit, solar panel kit, and I'd like to show you something that might save you some time and a little bit of grief. If you look at this unit, you see here on the back you have a screw in each corner, 4 of them. You have 2 on each side, and you have 4 in each of the corners in the front. Well, I wanted to get inside because I had a rattle in mine, and I thought this is not good. So I started taking these 4 screws out. Got them out, and I pulled the front face off. It came loose. It had a whole bunch of wires going to each one of these. A little light to the DC plug here, and all these little ones, and these to the LED, the on-off switch. No, put that back on. Come around here, and I thought, well, maybe somehow bottom falls out or top comes off or something. Yeah, let's look back here. No, that ain't gonna work. Well, when I was inside, I noticed that if you take the top 2 screws out back here, then you take the 2 from the top in the front, and by the way, these, you got to be easy with these. They just go into a little bit of aluminum here in the corner. You don't want to strip them out. In fact, I even thought about maybe putting a little bit of the blue color Loctite, because I have some, when I put these back in, or at least the ones that I'm going to show you that I have a problem with. Once you do that, then the top lifts right off. At that time, you can take a look in there. I'm not an electrician. Hope you don't have it plugged in. But down here in the bottom, right there, hope you can see that, maybe you can't, there's a nut. And there's a nut over here in this corner, and one over in that corner, and one in this corner. And those all go on the back end of the little rubber feet screws, the screws in here. Okay, little bolt, I guess. So what I had was one of those nuts was floating around inside. And I would imagine something floating around inside could cause your charger regulator here to have a problem, maybe stop working. So it might be worth your while to take a look inside, get you a little wrench or a little socket, something that's small, so you can get in there and get a hold. Maybe needle nose pliers will work. Get a hold of those nuts so you can tighten them up a little bit. You don't want to smash the rubber foot, but just snug them up good. Now, the one up here in front in this corner is kind of accessible, but the one over here in the front left corner isn't. You might have to go ahead and take that front piece off, this here, to be able to get down in this, for this rubber leg here. If it's loose. If it's not loose, I wouldn't worry about it. But if they're a little loose, you might tighten them up. And while you're in there, you know, you can check some of the other little nuts and bolts and make sure there's nothing rattling around in there, and just put the lid back on it. It might save you some grief down the line. Anyway, this is Dave. I haven't been on the forum very long there, Harbor Freight, but just thought I'd share that with you. I don't know if there's Most of you can look at your own, I guess, but doesn't look like there's a whole lot to it other than the circuit boards. Kind of interesting. Anyway, till next time, hope this was useful for someone.